Okay, so it has been reported that Whiskey Cavalier over on ABC has been officially canceled. So what does that mean for Lauren Cohan coming back to The Walking Dead, and what's her role going to be in the future of the series? Let's talk about it. Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. So first and foremost, one of the things that we've been hearing for the last couple of months is that Lauren Cohan is not done with The Walking Dead. There was no real bad parting of ways with the showrunners, with AMC, with her, or anybody else. I mean, obviously, there was that very public dispute about her contract and how much they were going to pay her, but there was no real hard feelings, or at least it didn't seem like there was any real hard feelings with her leaving the show. She left in the exact same episode that Andrew Lincoln left. Obviously, for anyone who's seen season 9, they use Andrew Lincoln's departure as the main selling point of that episode. They didn't really focus on her very much, other than giving her probably more than any other character within that particular episode. But in the 6th episode, both of them were gone. They did that time skip. Everything was kind of A-okay, with the idea that Lauren Cohan was going to come back during season 10 or sometime in the future of the series if her new show did not pan out. Even if her new show did pan out, there was still an idea that she was going to come back for something or another. And then Lauren Cohan has even talked about having a spinoff series with Maggie sometime in the future. There has at least been some conversations about it. I would kind of say that's not going to happen, considering the news that broke just a couple of months ago about the 3rd series in the Walking Dead universe, focusing on the next generation of survivors after the zombie apocalypse broke out. So what is Lauren Cohan's role going to be in the future of The Walking Dead, and what can she bring to the table in season 10 or season 11 or season 12? Is she even going to be a part of it? First and foremost, I feel like she's not going to be a part of the future of The Walking Dead for that much longer. Obviously, keeping the door open, always being willing to come back, whether she's going to get a new movie or a spinoff or whatever it's going to be, that would keep her in the fold a little bit longer. Obviously, a pay increase, something that would make her the star of her own show, or maybe not require as much time as filming a large ensemble cast show as The Walking Dead, being one of the main characters, not getting paid as much as someone like Norman Reedus, or maybe not even as much, or maybe just on par as someone as Melissa McBride. That would be interesting to see, but without any real confirmation or acknowledgement of what's going to happen, I would have to say that Lauren Cohan is going to come back to The Walking Dead, considering she has a job offer there, something completely open, and then she will be leaving or departing the show sometime within season 10 or season 11 officially, maybe setting up a movie like Andrew Lincoln, or maybe just the spinoff series if AMC really wants to do a 3rd series, or maybe they're going to end Fear the Walking Dead and give Lauren Cohan's Maggie Rhee a 3rd spinoff series that focuses on her, while Fear the Walking Dead kind of melds into the main cast of The Walking Dead, reintroducing Morgan and all the Fear the Walking Dead characters into the same universe, or at least the same series, before they create a 4th series that's their 3rd running series after Fear the Walking Dead. Of course, I'm not really sure one way or the other. Of course, if I had to guess, if I had to speculate on something that's a little bit more relevant in the Walking Dead universe, or at least the extended Walking Dead universe at this point, I would kind of feel like there's room here for Maggie Rhee's character, Lauren Cohan, to come back sometime in season 10 of The Walking Dead, especially after Michonne leaves, come back and take up a very pivotal role at the very end of season 10, and maybe even a substantial role within season 11, maybe the beginning of season 12 of The Walking Dead, and take up a huge role, or at least encompass a huge role between multiple characters within The Walking Dead's comic book storyline to fill out the remaining portions of this series, allow for people like Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride to continue with The Walking Dead as the 2 leads, the 2 people who've been there since the very beginning, who will not die. AMC doesn't have to consider killing them, allowing Lauren Cohan to come back, have her big moments as a character, and take over character arcs from the storylines of the comics in a really big way. Of course, what am I talking about here? One of the things I've discussed previously on this channel, and I didn't even dare dream about it, but what if, considering what we know from the comic book storyline, Michonne's character, we know that Danai Gurira is going to leave sometime within season 10. She might not even get to the Commonwealth storyline, but Michonne's character is very important to the Commonwealth storyline. What if Maggie comes back? She has lost Herschel, her child with Glenn. No more. They don't want to cast that character, at least not in season 10, but they bring him back for the Commonwealth storyline. And Maggie takes up Michonne's storyline from the Commonwealth. She goes there. Her child is there. It's like, have you seen my mother? That type of storyline. And you focus on her character and her interactions with this Commonwealth storyline, this community, and everything that's built up in the comic books until eventually we get to the death of Rick Grimes, as we've talked about in other videos. And I'm sure a lot of people have been covering over the last couple weeks that Robert Kirkman has put into the storyline of the comic books. Who is going to take that death? And how is it going to be as emotionally impactful for any character in the television show to take that death, take that moment, and put it on television? Well, Maggie, I think, would be a perfect character to take that death. Someone who has shown themselves to be a leader, someone who would take Rick's role in the comic books, try to find peace, try to find a way to get out of this civil war, to do the best for every single community out there, but has that resentment, has everything related to them to the point where they're sacrificed or they're killed by another character to set up the future of the series, with Norman Reedus' Daryl and Melissa McBride's Carol to helm the future of the series and drive the show forward for the future. Of course, I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but allowing Lauren Cohan to come in for season 11, maybe even season 12, just a little bit, keeping her character without a large commitment, because it's very clear that she wants to put her career on the next level. She doesn't want to be tied to The Walking Dead for the rest of her life. She wants to do movies and television shows and all this other stuff. You're not going to be able to keep her and make her one of the lead characters for the future of the show going forward. But everything that we know about her with the time skip and everything that they've been setting up, she can take over those key roles from the next arc of The Walking Dead, be reintroduced sometime in season 10, or a main driving force throughout season 11. If they want to get to that point by season 11 or the end of season 11, that would represent an amazing mic drop moment where one of the main characters that they can get rid of, just because of out of world context, who this person is, what she wants with her career, and the fact that she wasn't willing to leave The Walking Dead until her story was clearly over and she had reached her peak of who Maggie Ree's character is. Maybe she's the best person to take Rick's role for the comic book series. Of course, Whiskey Cavalier being canceled now, the fact that she has this job opening, the fact that she has talked about multiple times in the past, and Angela Kang has talked about multiple times in the past, that this character is not done with The Walking Dead and she is going to be coming back at some time. To me, it makes a whole lot of sense. It's something that I would like to see. And I was really just making this video to talk to you guys about that. What do you think about this? Do you like the fact that Whiskey Cavalier was canceled? I kind of hate saying that, because obviously everyone who was involved with that show wanted it to do as well as possible. And even a lot of people who were reviewing it throughout the entire season thought this was a good show for the most part. But, you know, if you were like me or most Walking Dead fans, I think it just felt a little too plain. Something that didn't feel too original. For me, it's like, okay, I'm kind of glad that it got canceled, if only to open up the door for Lauren Cohan to come back to The Walking Dead and play Maggie once again. I know a lot of people, at least in my comment section, have said that they are not super sad that she's gone. They haven't even thought about her since she disappeared from the television show, or they don't want her to come back. But personally, I really want to see her continue in the television show. I want to see her come back, and I want to see her take on these television show roles for the adaptation of the comics if they're going to do that. This is one thing that I feel like her character can really bring to the screen and allow her to be a main focus in the next season, at least a little bit, and then maybe in season 11 and a little bit in season 12 if they want to push it that far, but I don't think they have to, especially from what we've seen from Angela Kang recently saying that season 10 and season 11, whatever they're going to get to, they're not going to be pulling any punches and they're going to do their best to sell the story that they can tell in the amount of episodes that they're given. They're no longer going to be holding stories and interesting plot developments for the future like they did with season 7 and season 8 of The Walking Dead. No more slow storytelling. Let's get to these main focus storylines and let's use Lauren Cohan to the best of their ability. I hope everyone has enjoyed the video. Tell me what your thoughts are about this in the comment section below. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. And I hope everyone would also go down to the description section below, hit that link, and go follow me on Twitter where we can talk about The Walking Dead or anything else I cover on this channel or my other channel. As I said, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It's been real.